Coming up on Everyday Kentucky, we are hearing about the fun fall activities taking place in Prestonsburg.
And then we're preparing for the Bluegrass Re-Market taking place next week.
Bringing you the brightest in the Bluegrass. This is Everyday Kentucky.
I mean, seriously, guys, welcome to Everyday Kentucky. We are here with the greats. It has been the greats all week. And finally, you're here on Friday, and we have Sam. I mean, we had to close it out with a bang.
Oh.
We had to close it out with the one and only.
Too sweet. You're too sweet.
How have things been?
Fantastic. I mean, I'm thrilled to be here.
I mean, we still get to hear from you, but we don't get to see you as much.
I sit at home and I go, I'm watching you guys. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I live out on Harrington Lake now, so I live out in the country.
Wow.
And I mean, India, I've lived in big cities my whole life, Orlando, Louisville, Lexington, New York, you name it, Miami. But I've always wanted to get to the woods and the lakes. I've always been a hiker, camper, make a fire, burn stuff up, be a little pyro. You know?
Really?
Oh yeah, cut stuff down, grow a garden, and so, oh yeah. Usually my hands are filthy. Usually I have filthy shorts on. Oh yeah, I'm out there working hard. So.
Could you all see this coming from Mr. Sam Dick himself?
Oh, I love it. I love it. So. It's beautiful out there, and people are great. I probably get recognized, at least every day, and people. And I want to thank people because they really embrace WKYT. And this is not just something I'm just saying because I've worked for WKYT for a long time, 34 years on the anchor desk. But people couldn't be nicer, and it's just generally things like, hey, how you doing? I remember this, or we met back then, and want to talk in the grocery store. Now I have time to talk.
Look at that!
I'm not rushing around so much. So it's really a beautiful thing, and I live a very blessed life, and I feel very happy to be able to, and honored and humbled by that.
Do you miss all the hustle and bustle of news?
Not really.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I thought I asked.
People don't realize that the anchoring position is fairly rigid in terms of your schedule. I was on the night shift for 34 years. So, I would come in at 2 o'clock every day, and that's if I didn't have a story to report. I usually tried to do some reporting, so I would, you have to do that. I had to come in even earlier, but at least be in at 2 o'clock. I had maybe 45 minutes for dinner. And then I'm home around 1:45 to midnight because I lived in Lexington at the time. But then you're so wired because you've done 3 or 4 hours of live television, and you can't go to sleep right away. I don't care how tired you are. So now you're getting to sleep at about 1:30 in the morning. Well, now, baby, I'm snoozing at 10:30. I don't make the 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, Bill and Amber. But and I think that's better sleep too. It's a better sleep schedule. So I'm actually up around sunrise. Like this morning, I was up editing down in the basement. I do a segment called Off the Beaten Path twice a month. That's on public radio and on WKYT. It's been a lot of fun, human interest stories. So I'm a one-man band. I was just telling Jeff Anderson, the GM, I mean, I shoot, I produce, I write. I do it all.
You do it all, Sam? I didn't know you shot it all by yourself.
And you know what I use? Well, I don't have it with me, but I just use my phone.
Really?
Phones, the cameras on the phones these days are fabulous.
Wow.
And they now have, and I don't know how new it is, but I just discovered it because I'm not much of a geek, but there's a thing you can hit on your phone when you're in the video mode that stabilizes the video so that if you've got, let's say I'm in the back of a boat watching an 89-year-old water skier. I did a story on a guy that skis it. He's like 90 years old.
Yeah.
And the boat's rocking back and forth like this. Well, the video stabilizes on its own.
So you don't need like a Steadicam at all?
No, I don't. I rarely use a tripod. So things have gotten so high tech and in some ways so good that even somebody like myself, and here's the funny thing, I cut my audio in my wife's closet because it's wall-to-wall close and it's perfect soundproofing. So that's where I cut my audio. I shut the doors, surrounded by all of her. Well, I've got some clothes in there.
Okay,
but
I was gonna say.
most of it is Noelle's. So yeah, it's fun, and I've just had a great time.
Okay, so I know we're gonna move on, but you know I'm gonna have questions about how Noelle is and how everyone is. So we're gonna move on, and we're gonna come right back. Okay.
Okay. All right. Time for today's All Blue Crew giveaway here on Everyday Kentucky.
That's right. So each week we're giving away a $50 Visa gift card from our All Blue partners at the University of Kentucky Federal Credit Union. So look at this sweet baby. This week's winner is Melanie Pelfrey from Jeffersonville with her photo titled Biggest Fan, Go Cats.
Oh, she's adorable.
She's beautiful.
I have a granddaughter who's a year old now, so when I see a baby girl like that, I'm like, oh, I just want to hug her.
I know. Does it not give you baby fever? Those little cheeks and everything. You smell Similac immediately when you see those babies.
Oh, yes. And I've changed a few diapers, too. To win, send a picture of you and your All Blue crew to WKYT.com/allblue. Winners will be announced every Friday right here on Everyday Kentucky. Now, you must live in the WKYT viewing area, and you have to be 18 years old or older to enter. Just register between now and April 3rd, and good luck on that.
Absolutely.
So that looks like fun.
And the fact that you get, what, $50 Visa gift card?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Every
All you have to do is submit a photo?
Every dollar counts.
I know.
James McAvoy plays a terrifying host to an unsuspecting family in Speak No Evil.
Ooh, and Rick Damigella finds out how much fun the cast had filming the new trailer.
I promise you guys, it's gonna be a great weekend.
A family's trip at their new friend's country home takes a dark turn in Speak No Evil.
What is wrong with you? I want to pack up the car and I want to leave right now.
Despite the tension on screen, the film's stars explain the on-set atmosphere couldn't have been more light.
I've been on rom-coms that are tense between takes, and then pretty much every scary film I've ever been on, between takes we're having a good time and like messing around and having fun. So I don't know what that's about.
Crafting the story's extreme situations left the cast laughing between takes.
Sometimes it would be so absurd you had to laugh, you know what I mean? But in the film, those moments really come off as really uncomfortable. But in the shooting of them and playing with them, they could come across sometimes comedic.
James McAvoy's villainous performance didn't affect his behavior during production.
He's just a lovely person who takes real joy in what he's doing, and I think that's what makes it so exciting for an audience as well, that like you're watching this you know, psychopath, but there's such a like joy in his eyes and it's because he loves to do this, and it's so fun to work with.
McAvoy admits his physical transformation was a total coincidence.
I'd been lifting a lot of weight and eating a lot of food for a couple of years throughout like COVID and stuff. I just thought, I'll do this will be fun, try something different with my routine. And so by the time this film came along, I was bigger than I've ever been, and I've shrunk down and lost it all. But it worked out perfectly for Paddy, actually.
You flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
I'm a little prejudiced, but there is no time like the fall to be in Kentucky. I mean, and I wish it lasted longer. Fall is just a beautiful time to get out and explore our beautiful state, especially Prestonsburg.
Right, so Lauren McCourt joins us again to tell us all about the fun and beautiful scenery that you can take in that wonderful area of Prestonsburg. Tell us, girl, what can we do during the fall?
Well, we have a big schedule coming up for the fall season, and we're super excited for. Obviously, our main thing is the Jenny Wiley Festival coming up on October 9th through the 12th. That has been around for over 40 years, so we're super excited, you know, to have it back. We have a great lineup each day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The party does not stop in Prestonsburg, let me tell you that. But also the weekend prior, we are actually having a mountain biking competition.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not much of a mountain biker, but I'm learning.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So it's the Bluegrass Mountain Cup, and that takes place the 4th through the 6th. We have some amazing trails on our Sugar Camp Mountain. Now, this isn't a beginner's trail, so I wouldn't ask you guys to go on this trail because I'm also not going. I'm walking on the trails, not riding a bike.
Okay.
But this is for more advanced bikers, and also we had people come from all over the country because these trails are so they're great and they're well kept, well maintained, but obviously they come for the views. That's the thing about Prestonsburg and all of Eastern Kentucky really, is the views, especially the first and second weeks of October. All the trees, red, orange, brown. I actually saw some red trees on the Mountain Parkway on the way down. So just a couple here and there. So obviously if you're coming from the Lexington or Louisville area, the drive down to Prestonsburg is beautiful. So we have Dewey Lake. Have you guys been to the school bus?
No, tell me.
Let me tell you a little bit about the school bus bridge. So if you're like me and a leisurely biker, we have the Prestonsburg Passage, which is an 8-mile trail. It was a Rails to Trails program, so it used to be a railroad that they turned into an all ADA accessible trail. So it's for all people. And towards the end, the city cut a bus in half, put it on top of a bridge, and that is the famous school bus bridge. And
you almost do a double take, don't you?
That is so
because
cool.
You're going like, is that what I think
Yeah.
it is? Yeah, it's just half a school bus.
Yeah, so basically, literally, they cut a school bus in half, placed it on top of a bridge. So we're very fortunate for that. A lot of people come from all over to see that because it's very unique and something different. So we're really lucky to have that. And like I said, if you're more of a leisurely biker, that's the trail to be on. So that's the one that I do. But the mountain biking, like I said, it brings in people from all over the country. So we're super blessed.
Have you done that before, the mountain biking event?
So yeah, this is the 4th year that they've had it.
Okay, so it's been a success and it's growing. And
exactly. Each year it keeps getting bigger and bigger and more people participate. And once they come, and even if they haven't been to the trails before and they want to sign up, once they actually ride the trails, they come back throughout the year to practice. But honestly, just because the people are great, and that's what I think one of the best things about Eastern Kentucky, the people.
Yeah.
They're so kind and so generous, and that's what I think what makes our region so special. And I know that you've been to Prestonsburg,
Right?
and
I love it.
yeah, you guys stayed at the Jenny Wiley State Resort Park.
We sure did
Yeah.
for the Appy Awards, and it was a wonderful time. So if you all are looking for more information, you make sure to go over to PrestonburgKY.org, right, Lauren?
Yep, absolutely. Or call us at our office, and I will personally take you guys around myself and show you the ropes of Prestonsburg.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Lauren.
much.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. Coming up on Everyday Kentucky.
Well, we're gearing up for the Bluegrass Market right after the break.